Hello everyone, wish you all a very happy new year. In this video, I'll be covering passive markets along with domestic, commodity and global market update and outlook. Passive market in India has built up phenomenal momentum over past 5 years. As of November 2024, the AUM of passive funds stands at 11.02 lakh crores, witnessing more than 2.5 times increase over past 3 years, and now represents more than 16% of total mutual fund industry AUM. The year also saw a significant rise in trading volumes of ETFs. The average daily traded volume of ETFs grew to 1,570 crores, a rise of 135% in past 1 year. The total number of folios in passive funds have also skyrocketed to 3.68 crores by November 2024. We are seeing an evolution in investor behavior towards passives, where conversation is now about innovative products like smart beta and new age themes, apart from low-cost plain vanilla products like Nifty 50. On the domestic market front, India's economic growth slowed down with a sharper than expected drop in first half of FY25, with second quarter GDP coming at 5.4%, which is a 7-quarter low. Slowdown in consumption in urban areas, weak government capex spending, lingering inflation, and regulatory-driven slowdown in credit growth contributed to poor corporate earnings in second quarter of FY25 and weak GDP growth. Pickup in government capex in second half of FY25 with improved liquidity is expected to drive recovery in India, with FY25 GDP expectations now in the range of 6.3% to 6.5%. Strong housing cycle and private investment is expected to pick up and support capex cycle going forward, with RBI's stance turning supportive on liquidity infusion, reduction in drag on credit growth, strong rural consumption due to good monsoon, and festive season is expected to drive recovery in consumption, especially in rural economy. Though data for urban economy will be keenly tracked to look for any long-term trends. Additional risk for Indian equities comes from outwards, especially the new policy era of United States and due to dialing back of Fed in terms of rate cuts and any potential tariffs impacting India. Nifty 50 earnings are projected to rise 9 to 10% in FY25 and 13 to 15% in FY26. Nifty 50 index is trading at a premium of around 3 to 5% compared to its 5-year average, which is reasonable. We expect markets to remain volatile due to the aforementioned reasons, especially at the start of 2025. We find comfort in Nifty 50 valuations, and ideal expectations in near term will be in lines with the earnings growth. Hence, expect returns to moderate. In sectors, we prefer allocation to BFSI segment due to lower valuations and favorable liquidity. Among smart beta products, we think alpha strategy may be volatile and may not significantly outperform due to lack of consistent market trends. But any drawdown might be a good opportunity to invest from a medium to long-term point of view. We continue to prefer mid-small cap product due to its multi-factor approach, with quality playing an important role. Apart from Nifty 50, we continue to prefer multi-cap ETF, which provides diversified exposure to large, mid and small cap segment with an ideal weightage of 50%, 25% and 25% to each segments respectively. Market may deliver muted returns in 2025, and investor may use volatility to invest from a medium to long-term point of view. On debt side, we expect RBI to ease in 2025 due to concerns around GDP growth and attempt to push private capex and revive consumption. Inflation might not be a bigger concern with good Kharif and Rabi crop expectations. While much of the easing may happen on the shorter end of the curve, due to duration effect, there may be a higher return potential on the longer end of the curve. Investor looking to take advantage of the same may look at our medium to longer duration index funds and ETFs for allocation. Now the update on gold and silver. Currently there are cocktail of factors which are positive as well as negative for gold, with higher for longer stance by US Fed, sticky inflation in US, and stronger dollar. Gold is expected to be volatile in coming months. But we expect strength in gold prices may continue due to expected stronger demand from central banks, and gold possibly playing a role of safe haven asset in case of trade war escalation and geopolitical issues. We think silver might continue to be more volatile than gold. While silver is likely to witness strong industrial demand due to application in several new age companies, the China remains a question mark. We suggest investors may use price dips to accumulate gold and silver in their portfolio. I will now be talking about US and China markets. The Trump policies on corporate tax cuts, tariffs, and immigration, and the direction of US Fed, which was more hawkish than expected in December policy, is going to be a key driver for US markets. We expect strength in US economy and US dollar to continue, along with corporate earnings, which for CY 2025 is currently expected to be around 15% for S&P 500 index. The inflation is expected to remain sticky with upside pressure. We expect US markets to be volatile, especially in initial months of 2025, with possibility of some corrections. Elevated valuation also possess risk if there is any negative surprise. Overall, we think 2025 is likely to be positive amidst high volatility. We continue to remain positive on US markets from medium to long term. Now moving to China. We remain cautious on China exposure. We expect Chinese equity market to remain highly volatile in 2025, driven by ongoing domestic and external challenges. Market will keenly watch for economic indicators to judge what impact policy measures since September have had in efforts to revive domestic consumption and stabilize property markets. Market additionally expect policy support to continue in 2025. The outlook for tech companies look foggy due to domestic consumption drag, impact of Trump policies, and how Chinese government will respond to the same. Clearly, there are a lot of moving parts. Thus, we advise investor to exercise caution, and while valuation may look attractive, we suggest to only invest in Chinese equities if investors are willing to take significant drawdowns. For further information, you can refer to our detailed outlook note on these market segments. Thank you for watching this video and wish you a very happy new year again.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.